Good day. How are you good dunts doing? What up, Orcrus? Getting first. Razor, how are ya? Good. The redeem updated to second. Don't forget, contribute the points to the community challenge. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Needs to be done now. Thank you, Orcrus. Much appreciated. Let me get this flipped around here. Good, thank you, Dex. Who's gonna get second? Who's gonna get second? I don't know. Razor, thank you very much. What are we up to now? We're 24% of the way there. I didn't need to extend the number of days. You know what I haven't done yet today? I haven't done my daily Akari yet today. I did the echo, the pulse sonar thing. Yep. I'll show yous in a minute. That'll work. And that there. We don't have anything there. We don't have anything there. Shit. Ha! No, that one's got 3 on it. Shit. I have done the thing where I have screwed myself. That's what we need. I've already got one there for it. I don't need another one there or there. Duh. But then you've got 3 around you, so that's not correct either. Brick. Bricky dicky. I don't know. Yeah, so this here, you can see the collision shapes. You can see those collisions there. If I run this, you can see the collision shapes, but I can turn those off. So turn off visible collisions. So you can't see anything. But then I click, and then eventually you see things pop up as they get hit by the echo, by the pulse. Now, the problem with this, like this was just very quick. That one there, the one that you see there, that rectangle, it lights up entirely. It doesn't have the wave progress through it. So I would have to set up a shader, which would tell it where it has overlapped, like what the position is that it's overlapped with the area, and have it do like the pulse effect in the correct direction with the same timing as the default pulse. Also, for some reason, the floor doesn't light up. I don't know why the floor doesn't light up. Because the floor has this shader. But I don't know why it's... Like down here is where it sets the color. So I could get rid of that. Visible layer 1. Why wouldn't it happen? Is the original RGB white? Yeah. Yeah. Like if I comment that out and I go albedo spec 3. Why not? Oh, it's because it's unshaded. Probably. Maybe. No? It's not? What? You can see how it's got it as white. But I'm still not seeing it here. Because all this does is give an ambient color, clear color. And that floor... I wonder if it's because... in here, we've got the origin point, which is the camera. And what we're doing... we're setting the start point to be the origin point global transform. Set the start point of the effect in the shader to the world position of the origin point. Huh. I wonder. I go. We do a transform 3D. We go origin point, global position. Start point shouldn't matter when you just set the color to a constant. So it does matter because it's a radial effect. So it's like you have the start point and the circle grows from there. Without that information, without knowing the origin point, you can't have that circle grow from anywhere. Yeah. It's weird. Black. Yeah. I don't know. One thing first. I'm thinking it's because of this. A basis and an origin. So if we go origin point, global basis, origin pos y will be global position y. Let me change this to the origin pos. And then we can remove this. I don't know why it's a node path. Let's do that. What position of value? Ah, yep. So it still doesn't have the ripple effect going through the ground. What up, Ving? Jamaican new project. It's just like a test for like an echolocation sort of thing. I'm noticing some of these things are below the ground. Point 5. Okay. This one's back here. That. So it's something to do with the shader. Something to do with this is not correct. I think it's depth texture, hint depth texture, screen texture, hint screen texture. Wonder if it's that. Very interesting. Why does that... Is there a specific use you have for echolocation? Very interesting idea to build. I do have plans for it. So my next game, my puzzle game, there's going to be a series of puzzles which will be based on like echolocation, sonar type stuff. And then I've got an idea for a side project which will be entirely revolving around echolocation stuff. Yeah. Fanny Slam, how we doing? Sensation, how we doing? Thank you for the hydrate, Fanny Slam. Damn, that fanny making me wet. Neat. Yeah, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be real good. Dex is third. Yay. Huh? What? I built a robot that used echolocation 20 years ago. Yeah, I'm trying to do a shader though, and we all know that shaders are magic and make no sense. So radius. It said that instead of yellow. Correct, because I'm allowing people to provide hex values now. So, yeah. Yeah, you can now specify a hex, and I get that color. Not to brag, but I have been black. So I can say it. Including the hash. You've got to include the hash. Yeah. Unnecessary for this effect, but get linear depth values following code. He has a pass. You know it. You know it. Fragments world position. Set the albedo to the mix between the original and the screen. And add the pulse color. So... I think that's the problem. Because if I'm mixing it with black... Is there a... There's a function, a smooth step, that's it. Smooth step of color but I think getting the screen texture is the problem. No. Apparently not. Apparently not. Says and add the pulse color. Set the albedo to mix between the original screen and the added pulse color, which is that, to a mix ratio. Alpha. I don't get it. What are they called? A runtime and not a fun time? Because calling it a runtime means that you can get away with not exercising. You can be like, yeah, I had a runtime today. Whereas when you assign single float. No, so it's not when it... The reason why it works when I assign a single float is because the shader is then broken. It errors and Godot doesn't process it. So if I do this, that's how it's got the error. So, yeah. Why? Something we're missing. There is something we are missing. It should be doing that. This is what it should be doing. It should be doing this. I wonder if it's because it's a plane. Would you shave the mustache if Australia wins the World Cup? No. No. I've already got the goal for me to shave the mustache, which is 1 million USD after tax for me to shave the mustache. People still use Godot. Wasn't that the one that got abandoned because of some Twitter beef a couple years ago? I think you're thinking of Redo. The one that people that are stupid created because of a tweet. Hello, Newt Not. How's life going? It's going good. I'm just spending the first little bit of this stream just trying to debug this little test thing that I set up. Can't figure out what the issue with it is. Cannot figure it out at all. Required to be put on a quad mesh. That's why. Quad mesh. No, apparently not. Wrong. Required associated script to increase radius over time. Yep. It's literally what we have. I was right then. Despite your opinion, you could have just done. You could have just that. What? No one cares. KFC is shit. Go away. He does have them in their own thing. He's got a script on it too. Oh! I see what I'm doing. I see what I'm doing wrong. You only eat KFC to give yourself diarrhea before bikini season. Everyone knows that. Or when you're really, really hungover. Or when you're really, really drunk. So, the issue... The issue is this. Make unique. And then this takes that. This takes camera. And origin point. Global transform. Quad mesh. Ah, yes. This. Not quiet. Ah, yep. Um, I wonder if that'll... It did do something. I wonder. If in here... No. Down in here. We get rid of that. So get rid of all this. If this works, that's going to be fantastic. I probably still need to go through and give them a material that makes them all invisible. What's the code he has on objects? Okay. I think I need to reset the render mode. Yeah. Why AutoMod stopped it from going to chat, but it's still colored? What? What did AutoMod stop going to chat? Some clanker. Oh. Your hex code. Okay, interesting. Interesting. It didn't like the hex code? Well, I mean, too bad. It thought you were a bot. How we doing, Mike? How? Position Vec for vertex. I don't have that. You do have echo test. You do have this. Has that shader. And it's got all of the details. But it's not. It's not even showing that on mine. Do I? Oh, hang on. Do I still? Unknown identifier original. It doesn't. What? This does make sense. Okay, so notice how that's not doing anything. Yeah, I don't need that signal. Cause I'm going back to setting it up the way that they have it set up. So I'm not having my area, I'm not having my pulse or anything like that. I'm just setting it up the way that they are setting it up. Maybe I need to get rid of that. Nope. Woke up 6th day, I have the energy. Woke up 6th day, I have energy, but don't know if I really want to work on my project right now. I mean, if you don't feel like working on it, and you don't have a deadline or anything, there's no point in forcing yourself to do it. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is where fun happens. What fun are we having? I'm trying to get this pulse shader to work, but it's just not working. I don't know why. Like I've got this code. And that's where they put the code for triggering the pulse. And yep. Why does that not happen? I'm going to change the color. No. Doesn't do anything. It is triggering and it is going over the distance, but it just doesn't care. Why? It's more so I don't know what I feel like doing right now, and it's annoying. YouTube is like, here you go, doom scroll. I'm not in the mood for watching societal decay content. Yeah, there's not much to do. You're gonna have to force yourself to do something, maybe. Yeah. Why didn't that turn me pink? Interesting. Interesting. Why? It's set up the same way that theirs is set up. I mean, you could just provide a hex value, Jersey. You could provide a hex value. Gamer, thanks for contributing. Much appreciated. Why? Why doesn't it? Oh. It's not working, and I don't know why. I know that distance is being set. I think it's something to do with the environment. It's a quad mesh. It is in fact quad mesh. Why? It's not working. I don't know why it's not working. It's just not working. Zed! Good day, you good dunce. How are yous doing? Welcome in, welcome in. I'm fighting with this shader detail stuff at the moment. How are you going? How's your minimal testing framework library going? I'm got the best face cam setup. You know it. You know it. People can change my color to whatever they want. Yeah. My mustache is a little bit droopy this morning. Yeah. I hurt my eyes. It's going good. Got most of what I wanted. Blah blah blah. I got most of what I want. Now I just need to use it for real. Nice. Nice. Progress. Progress is progress. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get this working. But I can't. I don't know why. I've set it up with meshes. I've set it up with meshes under a node. I've set up the quad mesh under the camera. All that stuff. I don't know why it's not working. Stopping by for several minutes to wind down before getting some rest. Go for it, Drip. Wind down. Grab some wine so that you can wind down while you wind down. Nice glass of red. Pink. Is it pink? Jesus Christ, that's not just pink. That's a hot pink. Yeah. If it was on anyone else, it would just be pink. Gonna resume work on the sludge refining sim tomorrow. Sludge refining? Sludge refining sim. I feel like we've talked about this before, but those words are just throwing me for a loop. That's insane. But yeah, if anyone here is good with Godot, Godot shaders, I could really use a hand. Because this ain't making any sense to me. I'm going to try giving each of these a material. Can't really see it mattering, but you never know. You never know. Nope. That did not do anything that I wanted it to. So now you can't see anything. That's all. Made a very basic kick synth in Max MSP to use in my Ableton projects. What's Max MSP? Max Music Sampling Player. Why? Why have you not working like I want now-ish? Now it doesn't even display anything. Now I got that one. So if I give them all material, that causes it to not work. Well, work, not work, you know what I mean. There's no pulse. No pulse happening. Why? This is assigned the echo test. It's got the camera for the origin position. Uses that. Uses that to get the global transform. Sets the radius to the distance for the shader. And hey, thank you for the penny. Get myself something nice. I might go get myself a soft serve from Macca's with that. Yeah. Another 12 of them, and I'll be able to get myself a meal. Ah. Do you want a hot sauce with that? I mean, as long as it's the mango hot sauce, I'd be fine with that. Alright, there we go. Hot sauce coming in. Let's prep. 48k. Well, it's about 10 times the mango. So, I guess that means it's 10 times better. Whoop. Thank you very much, Jersey. I have no napkins nearby to pick up that sauce that I dropped. So, we're going to go with the CPU heatsink cleaning cloth. Next best thing. Fucked up my fingers too. Ah. Dettol the fingers. Get the iceberg off. There we go. That'll work. Don't scratch your eyes. What? Oh crap, we got ads. I really want to get this finished. Guess the game. I'm not cracker stuck in my teeth. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. There we go. Had to get cracker out of my teeth. What game is this? Smite? No. Oh, Kerbal Space Pro? No. Super Mario RPG. The frick is that? On the Dreamcast? What the It's a music game on the Dreamcast. View rating. Is it Sing Party? No. SingStar? We Sing 80s? Sega AM9. The Superstar Karaoke. Space Channel 5. You expected me to guess a rhythm game, a music game from the Dreamcast era called Space Channel 5. Looks like Shrek to me. It's better than Shrek by the looks of it. Why doesn't this work? I'm really bugged by why this doesn't work. So that's just the starting point, like the origin for him. It creates the mesh instance. He assigns it a quad. No, it's not. No, the radius isn't too small. Shouldn't be. I'm sure it might be. Max distance is 10. Like, see how you can't like see it on the ground or anything? Yeah, no. It just doesn't want to. Why? Why? Have I tried turning it off and on? Have I tried turning it on and off? Well, if I had to turn it on, I probably would want to just do that and not turn it off again, because if I turn it back off, then it would not work. Let's get rid of this stuff. Like, even if I comment everything out, see how even that doesn't do it. Because if you have a look at what they do, they create the shader, they give it the pulse shader, and then they set up spatial and unshaded. Then inside vertex, they set up the position. And as soon as they do this, it takes up. See? So that's not happening. Why? Why? Okay, I'm not getting angry. I'm getting frustrated because I've got it set up the same way and it's not working. And that doesn't make any sense. Spatial, unshaded. It's attached to this, which is a quad mesh of 2-2. But it's not... Fuck off. But it's not setting it up correctly. What up, Duke? How we doing? Like, so the fact that it's not working, even though it's set up the same, to me tells me there's something that's not covered by the tutorial. It instantly takes up their entire view. Doing great. Took 2 weeks hiatus from my machine in vacation. Nice. Was it a good vacation, Duke? So position, Vec 4, Vertex 1. Had to do chores at the house as ordered by my wife. Hopefully not while you were on holiday. Why? It's a spatial. It's unshaded. It's set up the exact same way. Like, once I get that figured out, we're gonna be good. Once I get this fixed, we'll be good. Something isn't correct with it, though. So render modes, that's fine. Global built-ins, vertex built-ins. Vertex. Claymore! Good day, you good dunce. How are you doing? Welcome in. I'm trying to get a pulse shader working before I do bug hunting and stuff on Bobble Shop Sim. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. What were you doing, Claymore? Tell us all about it. How you doing, Rosie? What's going on? I saw you doing artwork earlier today. How'd the art go? You got this vertex here, which is a Vec 3. And position, if written to, overrides final vertex position in clip space. Modeled Rosies and then wrote Rust. Ew. Ew. Shouldn't you clean Rust, not write Rust? If anyone here is good with shaders in Godot, let me know. I need your help. Trying to figure this out. If vertex output is in model space, you probably should have skip vertex transform render mode. Using position. Yeah, so this here in the vertex, and this shader spatial and render mode unshaded is applied to a shader material on a quad mesh. And that's the exact thing that they've got here. They got shader type spatial, render mode unshaded, vertex position is vec4, vertex 1. And that is assigned to that quad mesh right there. But the second they do it, it takes over the entire screen. It takes up the entire screen. Mine's not doing that. And I don't know why. It's got me very confused. I'm going to start again. Shader material. New shader. We'll go test echo. Under here, we're just going to go render mode unshaded. We're going to go position. Vertex. Why? Why? I am so confused. Try the same shader in Godot 4.7. I got the same effect as you. That's the thing. This here is the version 4, like Godot 4 code for it, but it just doesn't. It needs to be added to a quad mesh that is 2:2 and rendered in the frame. You also want to turn on flip faces on the mesh itself. You'll probably want to increase extra flip faces. Oh, that hasn't done anything. I didn't do anything. There also needs to be an associated script on the quad that keeps track of the starting. Yep, already got that. The extra cull margin. As high as it will go. That's done something. Okay, that's getting us somewhere. Let's quick load that. Notice how it's behind everything. It's behind everything. If I turn off that... So flip faces is very important. If I turn that off... Okay. Okay. Let's get all of this stuff added back in now. And now it's broken. The pulse isn't... so this is from the quad. If the guide is from before the switch to reverse Z, you might need to do position. It's from 2013, so that might be it. We'll double check something here. That might need to do... Ah! You genius! You genius! Thank you very much. Oh, that's great. I do like it. Now what I want to do... Pop that as 3. We're going to go through all of... Actually, no, we won't. We're going to the project settings. I'm going to go to the environment. I'm going to set that to black. Yes. That's what I want. That's what I want. This is the type of thing I want for my next game that will be a puzzle game. Because I want to have a certain series of puzzles where this is the thing that you do. And what I'll probably do as well is inside here, I'll probably go... Shader set shader parameter. I think it's width. Pulse width. Pulse width can be max distance I have the speed go at 10. I don't like how it just disappears like that. I'd want it to like fade out fully. And I think the reason for that is going to be else yeah. Because it's like the immediate disappear is the problem. Like, see how when it gets to the end, it just disappears. Instead of fading out. Yeah. So, yeah. I think we're good with that for the time being, though. Maybe. Because I think what I'd want is like we'd keep increasing it for a certain amount of time. Go over time. If is running and overtime is equal procs. We increase that and we go, if it's that, and overtime is 0 procs. Sorry. Overtime is less than speed. Then what we can do is we can do that. I don't think we want it to be that. I think we'd want to go I think if we have this just as 2.0, like if speed is greater than 2.0. No. Overtime. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to put it back to what it was. Leave it as that. And we'll go if is 0 procs. I'm tinkering, Julian, with an echo shader, an echo depth shader. See if I can get something kind of like what I want. We go overtime. I'll see delta. And what we can do is also give this uniform float max radius. We go shader, set shader parameter, max radius to be max distance. If overtime is less than speed. If overtime is less than speed, we increase overtime. So if speed is 10, then it'll increase by 10 seconds. So you get it. You get it. Then in here, I would need to go if dist is greater than max radius, discard. Beta equals... No. Down here it needs to be if distance is greater than max radius, discard, else I don't want it to keep going past the max radius. Is distance just a 0 to 1? I think it might be. So we can't use that. We can't use distance. What if I do depth? Nope. That's also incorrect. I discovered an easy way to detect if an AI agent was poking around in your logs. Really? Saw something like that in Zelda Breath of the Wild stream just now when using the special abilities. Yeah. Like, an echo thing is not... An echo, like a pulse or sonar thing, is not new. You're changing radius. But it uses max radius. So max radius should not change. Like, that's the maximum boundary that we want to have set. So once the radius has gone past the maximum radius. So I think, oh, actually, if, no, because if I do that, then see how it immediately disappears. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to take the current position that we're coloring, and I want it to hit 10, and then after that, it keeps drawing the shader, but it's only doing like the tail here. So like it hits there, doesn't go further, and it just like drops and like fades out. When trying to scout if binaries are available in the system path. I guess what I could do... What I could do... Multiply that result by the max radius divided by the multiplied by no. I need to take how do I do this? So we have the max radius, we have the current radius. I want to multiply the albedo by the max radius minus radius divided by max radius. That way it would start as 1 and it would get weaker as it goes out. So it would be multiply by max radius minus radius over max radius. No, it's the color. The color RGB is what I want to multiply by that. So if I change this to be green, see what it does? Max distance is 20. If I set that to 15, I'm going to set you to 15. Yeah. So we want to do that because like the further away it is, the weaker it's going to be visually, because it's further away. The sound, like the wave has to travel further back to detect it. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing you want. If I drop that down to like 10 or 5, you'll probably be able to see it even easier. Yeah. Yeah. You're late, Jersey. I like it. That's exactly what we want. That is exactly what we want. Because now, you can like turn around. You like see things pop in. So this is going to be something for my next game. So my next game is going to be like a bunch of different puzzle games. One of the series of puzzles will be based on like an echo location effect, like a sonar ping effect. And I also have an idea for a side project that will also use this effect. I like it. Australia beat Turkey in the World Cup? Of course we did. Australia went to war with emus. Do you really think we're scared of turkeys? Come on. Come on. Come on. Australia has the turkeys more violent and aggressive cousin. Yeah. Australia has the cassowary. You think a turkey's bad? Try coming across one of these bastards. I just look at the claws on the thing. This thing's a descendant from the Velociraptor. 6 foot of anger, exactly. It's like, no, you do not want to hug them. You do not want to hug those things. G'day, Jaeger, how you doing? Football is Turkey's main sport. Well, I mean, sucks to lose at your national pastime. Soccer's like I would say soccer is the fourth largest sport in Australia. Fourth largest. AFL number 1. Rugby number 2. Cricket number 3. And then soccer. What kind of sports are those? AFL, really, really good hand-egg game. AFL is Australian rules football. When I worked in sports statistics, the head statistician that we had there, who was like statistics PhD, math genius kind of guy, his argument for why AFL is the only true football was it's the only football where you have to kick the ball to score the major points. So in like rugby and NFL and all that kind of stuff, the main score is running it through, holding it. In soccer, you can score with your foot, but you can also like head it, you can chest it in, all that kind of stuff. You don't have to use the foot. It's like, nah. In AFL, if the ball comes off out any other body part that's not the foot, it still counts as a minor score, but it doesn't count as a major score. Cricket's something from the UK, but popular in the English colonies. Yeah, exactly. Rugby's something from the UK, but popular around the world. I think rugby is popular in Oceania. In Oceania and Africa. I don't think it's like a big Europe thing, apart from like England and Wales. Yeah. It's not really big in Asia outside of like Papua New Guinea and Fiji and stuff like that. Some good rugby teams from Spain, Portugal, France, as well as Ireland, England, Wales. Ireland, I can see mainly because of Gaelic football. I have never heard of a rugby team from Spain, Portugal, or France. I know of like the South African rugby team. I know of like the Papua New Guinea and the Fiji and the New Zealand rugby teams and the English rugby team. Outside of that, don't know any of them. Hey, we'll bug fix them, weren't we? We're on to the bug fixing now. So this is the only stuff that we've got left to test. I need to fix this. I need to fix my bobblehead not running around. First seed to fourth seed in strength. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. Let's see here. So why doesn't our bobblehead run around? There's no running. They just stand like in place. They're just not moving. I don't understand why. Why? Let's see. Bobble-based state doesn't do anything. Walking, though. Sets the linear velocity to the character's speed. Speed 0.6. Ow. Now I just need to get it to replicate now. So France is actually first seed for one of the pools. I mean, of course they're going to be first seed for one of the pools. Someone has to be first seed amongst the worst teams. Like... That's right. I want to go through, set all of these to nothing. Okay. Higher. You. Oh, what's up? That was quick. Be my security. Look at how nice this place looks. We got a poster. Okay, so you're not playing the search animation. And you're not playing the being searched animation. I'm not sure if I set those up, actually. I might have. I might have. You should be like waving that in front of you. Rabbit? I love bunnies. Oh, he wasn't talking about bunnies, he was talking about rabbits. Duh. And no one's stolen anything yet, which is good. No stealing in my store. Same, but different. Lies. Lies and slander. That's like saying a hair and a toupee are the same thing. Because hair as in hair and a hare, H-A-R-E, as in a rabbit. Jokes are infinitely better when you have to explain them to people. Everyone knows this. What up, Cauldron? How we doing? What do you want? Go away. I need one of those bobbleheads to come to life. What? No. Go away. No one's stealing. Any rabbit figures? No. We do have a dog. We do have a dog. It's called Kai Ain't. It'd be funny if the policewoman would steal something. Oh, trust me, they do. They do. Multiple times when building out that logic, it was the police officers that stole things. Many times. Yep. Oh shit, we got ads playing. Let's pause that. What do we... Let's see. I don't think we've done scale word today. No scale word. Alright. Gap. Hot. Ooh. Dot. Rot. Lot. Yeah. Slot. Lot. Lot. Rot. Oh, sorry, glot. Plot. Duh, plot. Hey! You know what this means? You know what this means? This means I'm allowed to say it. No, don't do it. Why? I didn't choose to be this color, okay? Immediately changing me away to a different color. I love it. I love it. Chat couldn't deal with it. Don't say you're not unlocked yet, it'll ruin everything. Don't say you're not unlocked. Oh, that's even better. Kedu! G'day you good unts, welcome in. How are we? We're just, our ads literally just ended. So now, we're just doing this. Yeah. When two character walks to the door, only one character is being stopped by the security, and the other walks free. Correct. Correct, Cauldron. That is... There's other things you can buy. So you can get... you can get anti-theft gates, which check everyone walking through. But they have less chance of catching them. And you can also get better security people. Like, you can get better employees for security. So they search people faster and have a higher chance of catching thieves. So if you set things up right, you can have customers leaving and they get caught by the security or the security gates. And if you have security cameras that see them steal something, then that person will be flagged to be checked by the security guard at the door. And the security gates should have a much higher likelihood of detecting the person that was spotted by security cameras. So, yeah. It's going. Hanging in there. Struggling with OpenGL right now, but trucking along. Nice. Nice. Keep trucking along. We actually just finished a pulse shader. Like a sonar shader. So, it's quite good. Quite good. Oh my god, I just had an idea for the pulse shader. How did I not think of that before? Oh my god. How do they get executed, the thieves? They don't get executed. They don't get executed. They just... They run away and drop everything. Like, they drop everything and sprint. They're like, fuck, I've been caught. Ah! Yeah, that type of thing. What's this word? Slip on. What I'm going to need to do is just start doing stuff like this. Ah, yeah, that's right. My bad. My bad. Thank you for telling me. Let's do... So S goes there. S-O. L needs to be third or last. We don't know what the other letter is. God, what is it? D, F, W, H, C. Could be a Y. Could be I first. No. I needs to be first or one of the last two. No hablo inglés, amigo. Secret word redeem is missing, just noticed. Ah, yeah. I need to actually put in a new secret word. Let's see. A new secret word. A new secret word. Um. Thank you for letting me know. I completely forgot about that. So for anyone that doesn't know, we've added a secret word redeem. So you can guess 5 times per stream what the secret word is. And you win a prize. You win a prize for getting the secret word right. And we keep the secret word until it finishes. Yeah. Also, everyone, contribute to the 24-hour streamiversary. Because I'm thinking we might set up like a channel badge or something for that, and see if we can unlock the badge. 250 channel points in this economy. Hey, I mean, you get a Steam key. Some of the Steam keys are like $80 Steam keys, all right? So I think 250 channel points for a guess is pretty good. But come on. I could guess like 8,000 times. We need to figure out, we need to get this word. We need to get this word. Doesn't have a Y. Okay. It doesn't end with a Y. We're missing a letter. I'm thinking it starts with T. 100% sure it's either pink, bunny, rabbit, emu, or shrimp. I mean, you can think that all you want. The only way you're going to find out is by guessing. Yeah, you can't just say it in conversation anymore. You have to actually guess it. So, Trosoil. G'day, Cam. How you doing? Could be a U. Like a... Tolsoy. What up, Orlando? How we doing? Tired and heading to a concert, Cam? Ooh. Who's the concert for? Hailstorm. Nice. I'm assuming it's Hailstorm and not Hailstorm. Can the missing way be a repeating letter? It could be. It could be. Topsoil. Nicely done, gamer. Nicely done. It is Hailstorm. Huh. There you go. I thought you were talking about these guys. Hailstorm. They do pirate metal. Yeah. Great vocals. Never heard them. I'll have to take your word for it. There was... Ooh, someone stole. So it is printing a linear velocity. It does have a linear velocity. So why isn't it moving? Chance of me getting stuck in Glasgow tonight? 99%. Why? Why would... I wonder if it's frozen. Ooh, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Fantastic, get done you. Thanks for being here. You're a new friend, a new Gedunt, which is G''DUNT, which means good see you next Tuesday. Yeah, got raided here by Kedu. You did. You did. Kedu bringing over all the fantastic people. Repairing and walk. Let's double check. I think... I think it might be that. Why is it... Why is it small? Why is the window... What? I was working the stream while modding. Ooh, nice. What are you modding? Wait, is it your birthday? No. Also, g'day day. I need hire you. Ah, shit. We have to restart that. Is it a stream anniversary or something? It's not yet. That's at the end of the month. We've got the community goal for people to get a 24-hour stream for our stream anniversary. If they want. It's all up to chat. What is it doing? That is what I saw. That's awesome. You know it. It's going to be a fun day. A fun-filled day. Probably do some 3D modeling, some sculpting and whatnot. Oops. I don't want people to buy anything. Well, this robot with your floating head. It's pretty nice, isn't it? I want to set up some other 3D bodies so that we can have like a nurse. We can have the T-800. We can have Master Roshi and Dr. Roxo and Dr. Robotnik. Yeah. We've been over this jersey. No. They haven't stolen anything. They're fine. Nope. You're bug hunting on TikTok? What? Are you trying to find bugs inside people's videos? Someone stole a bobblehead. I'm pretty sure it's this guy. You better catch him. No! Oops. For God! He stole the bobblehead! Jeepers. Ah, it's because it was still frozen. Nice. Now he's running around properly. Beautiful. I already know they get scared, so grab you. Let's see. I have a workbench or a cage to put you in. Nice. Nice. I should probably create an effect for that. I should create an effect for that. So I'm just testing everything at the moment. Caught stealing we haven't seen yet. Security. Animation bugged. Being searched animation bug. Off-brand Master Roshi, off-brand Pikachu, off-brand Knuckles the Echidna. We'll be able to make that security wave that detector. That is what's supposed to be happening at the moment. But for some reason it's not. I don't think I've got it set up in the animation tree at the moment. I think I need to... Let's see, employee. Anim tree. Search customer. Anim state. Enums state. Browse. Okay. Enum state not browse. Enum state is browse. So So, let me just have a look. Employee, anim state, search, anim state does get set to browse. Actually, instead of anim state, because that's why. Yeah. The reason why is because expressions don't work with enums. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's the issue. So what we need to do, we need to go. Weaving customer is not null. Weaving customer is null. Scan is only set to visible there. Yep. That should fix that. Gotta go. Have a good one, Jersey. Good night. Okay. This will be another test. Wasn't pink, Jersey. That's not pink. Yeah. I'm late, but I'm here. Okay, let's save that. Maybe I do that. Ooh, maybe I do that for the open sign. That's maybe have a neon open sign. You go over to it, you interact with it, and it like flickers and then turns on. Then when you close it, it just like turns off. All right, so you're now doing the animation for searching. Can probably be a bit. Like, the animation can probably be a bit bigger. Especially up. Maybe. There's no result of guess in chat again. That's alright. I know your plan is... I know that your plan is to start selling these IRL. What, the bobbleheads? How we doing, Creeper? Chillaby, how are ya? It's okay to be late, Chillaby, as long as you tell us. And g'day, Creeper. You doing fine? Good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah, I think I might update that animation. So like on the up, it's not just the elbow, but it's like the shoulder as well. Yeah. Because he's not... If we ignore the game dev, that almost killed me with the worst game code every yesterday. Sorry, every yesterday. Yesterday. Okay. So now we can go into the customers. Go into NPC. Oh, that's... Hang on. gonna overthrow Labubu's. If what's their face, Funko Pops wants to help me overthrow Labubu's, I'm down for that. Hell, maybe if Labubu's wants to team up with me and have Labubu's put in their game, and they make my bobbleheads as Labubu style things. However, I don't think Labubu would want me to would want to be associated with my game, primarily because my game kind of insults majority of the Labubu customers. Karens. Yeah. So the animation tree here, we need to go add animation. Do I need? No, they can actually just stay. That. Restocking. We don't want that. What we do need is held object, not null. Alright, I like it. Single file Python game with over 20,000 lines of code. Oof. Yuck. Function calls were one line. And they were somehow managing to read it. Oh, that sounds like a nightmare. Ow. Alright, I think we're looking good. Restocking should be fine. Caught stealing, like we already know that works for the previous stuff, but we just want to make sure that it works. Actually, quick question for everyone in chat that has made games. Doesn't matter if you've like published games or anything, just, you know, made them in general. If you came up with a game that you could make in 2 hours, like a very simple game that you can make in 2 hours, Do you think that if there was someone that didn't know how to make games and they might have some sort of programming background, but they never made games before, do you think you could walk them through verbally, no visual assistance or anything like that, just talking to them like through a voice chat, how to recreate your game? You give they have access to the assets, like the music, the artwork, the sound effects, the 3D models. They have access to all of that. You have to walk them through everything else, the code, the variables, setting up the scene, and like assigning meshes to objects and stuff. And you would have 6 hours. You would have 6 hours to get this person to recreate your game that you're able to make in 2 hours. Nope, I'm already unable to explain the most basic things to do to myself. Like, I think I'd be able to. Maybe if we go through an interdimensional wormhole where time is irrelevant. But I guess the big thing is how easy it is depends on how much code you need for the game. Because I think that would be the biggest issue. In here, I want money. Money, 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 money. Money! What I really like about that, none of you were expecting it. None of you were expecting it, so you heard it and you're like, what was that? I think someone ran over a cat outside. Alright. Anim tree. That's that done. Yeah. I'm gonna commit this up just quickly. Employee now plays search animation when searching customers. Defeat. No, that would require the A to be after the second 3. It's close enough. Close enough. Alright, so what we need, I want to set up something on the player. Add a mesh instance. Make it a cylinder. Pop it up 1 meter. No cap on the top or bottom. Let's go. Shader material. New shader. Go. Bobble burn bonus. VFX. Shit, where'd that save? Move this into shaders. So what we want to do, render mode unshaded, as well as cull disabled. We're going to go uniform Vec 4 tint source color. I'm gonna have you be sort of like that. We go albedo equals tint dot RGB. Alpha equals UVY. Nice. And then what we want to do is we want to have like light streaks and have it spin. What up, Code Fox? How you doing? Welcome in. You're doing great. Good to hear. To be we go on noise texture. Is how can we make it like up and down sort of thing? I became a Linux boomer and switched to Gen 2. Yuck. Yuck. How can we make it look like... What's the... Like this kind of thing. G'do shaders. Why? It's Gen 2. Yuck. Yuck. We need to go spatial. Need to go aura. Kind of like that. It's kind of like this, but it's like got like, I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? Like a light being projected up that's spinning, and it's got like the bits that are like, yeah, it looks like light streaks, sort of thing. How do we? How do we do that? Thing that stole one H of my life. Oh, shaders. I was like, what the hell's a hater? Like a checkpoint. Not like a checkpoint. It's like kind of like this. Kind of like this, but it's just on the outside of the shader. Like of the mesh. Yeah, it's not inside and stuff. Yeah, so it's like you got the outside, the light projecting up, but the light being projected up has this type of streaking in it. I don't know how to get I don't know how to get those streaks in the light. Because I can't just use a noise. Can I? if we go that multiplied by, oh, actually, texture, change, UV, we go I see how it's doing that, where it's got like the up and down. It's got the weird swirl to it. Do that, multiply by 4. That wouldn't work. No, that's right. It needs to be UV. It needs to be vec2, UVX, UVY plus time. I'd go with that. Hydrate. Kind of. That's kind of what I want. Definitely don't want it to just be going to the side. Or if we just go across the X. We go 0. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's the kind of effect that I was after. If I did 1.0 minus... Nah. So it's going to be when you burn a bobblehead. Like when you burn the bobblehead, it's this effect will play and a sound will chime to indicate that you're getting a boon for your store. So your store's going to have more customers coming in and more, like they'll be spending more money and stuff like that. Yeah. For some weird reason, my project uses 6% GPU at idle, but 3% under load sometimes. And what I could do, even move that forward a bit. Honestly, I probably don't even need it to be a cylinder. I can probably change this to be a plain mesh on the Z. Let's go noise. Not really what we want, is it? It's very static. It doesn't look... You know what I mean? Oh damn, ads in progress. That came around faster than I expected. There we are. That works. What I could even do is have it start. We have it start at 2.3. And then over time, it moves down. It moves down, disappears. And then once it hits 0.3, we turn it off and reset it. I like this. I like this. A player. Bobble burned. Actually, no. We'll go bubble burn bonus applied. And we go create the tween property of bonus applied. Position Y towards 0 over 2 seconds. Bonus applied visible true. Go. We'll do 0.3 actually. That's what we need to do. And then shop settings will have start next day. If store has bonus, store bonus value, player instance, or the bonus applied, else store bonus value 0.0. What is store bonus value? Add order bonus. So this is for how much money they're getting. Okay, so this is multiplying however much money they're getting by that. So all of this here. So we're adding. If you burn a bobblehead, if you burn a conscious bobblehead, all of your customers will be spending a minimum of 1.5 times what they would have normally spent. I feel like changing that. I feel like setting it to 1.25, so they're spending... Nah, 0.5 is good. 0.5 is good because there's some customers that would have like $150. Now they'll have $275, and they'll be spending. Customers that had $30 will have $45. Customers that had $15 will have $22.50. That type of thing. So it is a fair bit more money coming in. It's actually very easy to implement there. It's actually like the easiest thing. Play sound to go with bonus being applied. There we go. I like it. That's actually really good. I'm pleased with that. Um, do I want any text to appear on screen? I feel like I want text to appear on screen saying, hey, this is, No. I won't worry about that. Don't worry about that. People can figure it out. Tricky, you're late. So late. All right. With the SFX. I'm going to buy a few of these things. Get that stuff set up, and then we can test those tomorrow. This testing is going real good. What up, Woosa? How are ya? Furniture. Workbench. I need to get one of those. Bobblehead cage. Bobblehead containment. Bobblehead trap. Auto trapper. Trolley. Security camera. Ooh, security camera doesn't have a price on it. Gotta fix that. Anti-theft gate. Ooh, I can't remove it. And here's the deliveries. Jesus Christ. They have their collisions enabled. That's why. You are not hitting against the wall like you should be. You are, but you don't. Ooh, hello. The tops of those aren't visible. They're not rotated correctly. You are rotated correctly, but you're... No, you're not rotated correctly. They should be... Yeah. Alright. So there's some things there that we need to fix. These ones specifically. I feel like it's the... Oh no, they're static, so it's not going to be that. 11-8, mask 1. 8, mask 1. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so that's what it was. The fact that it was the furniture that was set to have layer furniture. The problem is they are furniture. So I think... What's security gate? Security camera. Parent is delivery box. Idle if it's placed, otherwise placing. When we put it into placing or placed, let's do set collision weight of value 11 to true in that instance. And when it's placing, I think that also disables collision weight 11. Yep. And then when we place it, I'm going to take all of this. Pop it there. Get rid of that. We're going to set to false. Actually, no. I can get rid of that. Alright. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. If this works... I've given myself until the end of the week to get all these bugs fixed. I have a feeling it's going to be sooner than that. Okay, so you put them on the wall. I need the, yep. When we pick it up. When it, where are we? What frequency does the mustache broadcast to again? It's not one that any of your equipment will be able to pick up. it doesn't broadcast to a frequency that human technology can detect. Yeah. Sorry. It's just that's just how it is. This is how it is. 26% for the Streamiversary 24 hours has been raised. Stop placing. When I pick it up, hold is an interact secondary. That's where it's called. So when we do stop placing, we want the X tween. So we want the rotation, the camera rotation Y, to be set to 0. There we go. All right. This will do really well. Beautiful. But it also needs the X rotation. I don't see where the X is being changed. The Z. Ah, the Z. It's gonna be the Z. No, it's not. It's definitely the X. Know what I'm gonna do? Rotation, vector 3, 0. There we go. Camera's all fixed up. Puts on voltage meter. You're not gonna figure it out, Dotty. It's not, you can't, just won't, not, but, yeah. Beautiful. some fixes for the motion security camera. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Tomorrow we need to finish testing that. We need to test restocking. We need to test the conscious bobble, repairing other bobbleheads. We need to test the player, repairing other bobbleheads. We need to test the conscious bobble being trapped by the 2 different bobble traps, as well as being placed in a cage, as well as being sold in containment. And then we also need to test the game over state. That's not much. We can probably do all of that testing tomorrow, assuming no bugs happen. If nothing breaks during all of that, I'm going to be very, very concerned, because why is nothing breaking? My code's not that stable. You know what? I think I know exactly where we're going to go. Who came here from the Z raid? Huh? There we go. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. The raid message is G'day Gaparia, because he's doing Path of Exile 2, where he does parrying only, I believe. Only parries. So, yeah. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow morning. So about 10.5 hours from now, I'll be back. We will get all of that testing done, hopefully, with no bugs occurring. And then I will keep testing and trying to make things break. And if nothing happens, we will move on to setting up Godot, like the Steam auto cloud save stuff as well. Which I wasn't expecting to get to that until July. So, yay. Alright, have a great one, you Godunts. I will see you all tomorrow. Alright, good night.